I've noticed something, and I want you to pause with me for just a moment. AI isn't the real shocker anymore, like it used to be when it first came out. It's just the most visible example of something that's already been happening. We live in a world where what looks clean, what sounds reassuring, and feels professional often gets rewarded whether it's real or not. When I keep hearing women say, I'm doing everything right, so why do I still feel off? Or they'll say something like, it seemed like a good choice, and later find out it wasn't. So here's the question I want you to start asking yourself instead. What if the issue isn't that you're doing something wrong, but that you're being influenced? Quietly, but influenced nonetheless. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about discernment in this age of AI that we live in, and why we can't take things at face value anymore, and how to tell the difference between what seems safe and what actually is safe for you and your lifestyle. So stay with me. Are you eating well, moving your body, maybe even reading labels and still thinking, I'm doing all the healthy things, so why do I still feel off? If that's you, you're in the right place. Welcome to Start Living Sustainable, the podcast where your health finally gets the foundation the other pillars need to work, because what you're exposed to in your home and on your body is quietly raising your toxic load and forcing your food and fitness to work harder than they should. Hi, I'm Cynthia, a non-toxic lifestyle strategist who learned the cost of exposure the long way, years before most women even know to look. Now you can start where I wish I could have, so your body can respond to the work you're already doing, not fight against it. Because when your foundation is supported, your sleep, hormones, clarity, and even your workouts finally catch up with your intentions without turning your life into a project. If you're ready, let's begin. Before we go deeper, I want to connect today's conversation to how I actually help women in real life, because this isn't a theory for me. Every week I sit down with, I talk to women, and in my healthy home and body audit sessions, the type of mom that I talk to, they're thoughtful, they're proactive, and they already care deeply about their health. So they're not careless, they're just busy. And what they want is clarity. They want to understand what's going on with these products that are being sold to us. My private wellness sessions, they exist to help you stop second guessing, and so that you understand quickly what's actually worth your attention. I'll leave the link below for you to sign up for one of the sessions. It's down in the show notes. Let me share a short story with you from my work, because it ties directly to what we're talking about today. I'll often be talking to a woman who tells me, I don't understand why I still feel tired or puffy or inflamed, because everything I use is a clean product. So we don't jump to conclusions. I tell her to take a deep breath. We don't want to panic. We simply want to slow down, and we turn the product over. And then what we usually find isn't one bad thing. It's a pattern. Okay. For example, we'll see an ingredient like phenoxyethanol. It's a very common preservative. It's used in skincare, cleaning products, laundry products, and even some green products. Phenoxyethanol has been studied and discussed in research for its association with skin irritation and nervous system effects, especially when you use it over and over again. That means you're repeatedly exposed to it. Or we'll see phthalates, which are commonly used to help fragrances last longer. And phthalates have been linked to hormone disruption and endocrine interference. You can study this out for yourself. These ingredients, which are why they often come up in conversations around fertility, mood swings, and metabolic health. And here's the part most women have never been taught to look at. It's not one product. It's the cumulative exposure, using products with these ingredients and so many more on a day-to-day basis across laundry, skincare, candles, cleaning products. They all create a total load on the body that the body has to process. And that's usually when she says, I would have never known to look for that. Now, at that moment, that awareness is exactly why I do this work, because this isn't about fear, it's about discernment. And even the scripture has language for this that feels especially relevant right now. There's a verse in the Bible that comes to mind as I watch how quickly information moves today. There is a way that seems right to a person, but its end is the way to destruction. That's in Proverbs. But let's slow that down, because what it doesn't say is the wrong path looks reckless. It doesn't say it looks dangerous. It says it seems right. Now that's important because most of what misleads us today doesn't look fake. It looks professional, it looks thoughtful, it looks like it may be aligned with our own values and beliefs. And that's why this one simple metaphor will help you understand everything. It'll make sense. Leaven. We don't use that word a lot, but like yeast, it's that tiny ingredient that makes dough rise when you're making homemade bread. If you've ever done that, you barely notice it, but over time, it changes the whole batch. And that's how influence works. It's quiet, it's gradual, but it's consistent. And AI is simply the loudest example of something that's been happening for years. In marketing, in wellness, in the products we bring into our homes. The issue isn't technology. The issue is taking things at face value. Here's the part I want you to really hear. If something can't stand a closer look, it was never meant to earn your trust. Real trust holds weight, and trust welcomes questions. Trust doesn't collapse when you read the fine print. And I want to say this clearly just once. Turn the products that you're using or consider buying over. Look at the label. Look up those ingredients and see what they've been linked to. If you have time and energy, I want you to do that so that you know for yourself. This is exactly the reason why I do what I do as a wellness coach and a non-toxic lifestyle strategist. The reason I offer audits instead of quick tips, it's because most women, they don't have hours to research every ingredient, every claim, every label. My role isn't to replace your thinking. It's to save you time, save you energy, and to help you get to the bottom line faster. That's discernment, and that's how we apply it in real life. Sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need someone to guide us through what they've already been through. I have so much more that I could share with you. Patterns that I see across different women's households. What consistently helps women feel clearer, lighter, and gain a greater understanding on how to maintain their health and well-being. But for now, let me leave you with this. Today we talked about discernment in the age of AI and why we can't take things at face value anymore. We have to look at and understand how ingredients like phenoxyethanol and phthalates and so many other ingredients that are in our products, how they show up across several different product categories, which means that they're in more than one room in your home, and why cumulative exposure matters more than any single product. You see, there's no perfect way to make the necessary changes. Everyone's home and lifestyle is different, and each one requires personalized precision and guidance to get this thing done. It starts with awareness, but more importantly, it's just getting it done. Listen, if today's episode resonated with you and you want help identifying what actually matters in your lifestyle, I'd love to connect with you. The link below for the 1-hour Healthy Home and Body Audit session is in the show notes. Take advantage of that link right now. Book your session, not because you can't do this yourself, but because you don't have to do it alone. Discernment, I want you to know, it's not about fear. It's about clarity. And clarity creates peace of mind for you and your family. If you're listening to me right now, and if you're starting to think about and ask better questions than you did 15 minutes ago, this episode did its job. You're not behind, you're paying attention, and listening to me, you're going to learn that it doesn't take a long time to make these changes in your life. That means you just have to make a decision that you're ready to do this right now. So click the link below in the show notes and let's connect. Let's make this happen for you and your family. Thanks for listening to Start Living Sustainable. If this episode met you where you are, share it with a friend who might also need it as well. Your voice helps more women find the foundation they've been missing. Until next time, feeling lighter never goes out of style.